This is the disclaimer for the video you're about to watch, as well as all videos belonging to the Lynn Wick channel on all platforms on which we operate this channel. No part of this publication, which includes this YouTube video, may be reproduced, stored in a retrievable system, or transmitted in any form or by any means except as permitted by the United States Copyright Act without the prior express written consent of the broadcaster, Lynn Wick. While we use our best efforts to prepare content for this site, we make no representation or warranties with respect to the accuracy or completeness of the content of the videos, including any content, links, or resources shared by third parties. Furthermore, all parties specifically disclaim any express or implied warranties of merchantability or fitness for a particular purpose. The advice and strategies contained herein may not be suitable for your situation. No legal advice or financial advice is being given herein, as we are not attorneys or financial advisors. You should consult with a professional where appropriate. No liability or damages shall take place because of this content. Furthermore, your use of this site and watching these videos confirms your agreement that the state of Ohio law applies to all disputes relating to this site, videos, and venue. For all claims and disputes relating to this site and videos shall be in the state of Ohio.
Spiritually as well, God is going to make you stronger, but spiritual strength is not developed until there is something heavy for you to carry. There has to be something heavy in your life, something that you will go through in order to see how good God is. Can't life just be easier? And I get that too. I prayed those prayers. But God also gave me a revelation over this, and I realized that, listen, if life was easy, you would never pray. If you were always in control of every situation around you, you would never learn to depend on the Lord and trust in Him. If your heart was never broken, you would never understand that He is a good Father that will pick the broken pieces back up and put you together in a most beautiful way. He is a loving Father who heals the brokenhearted, and you would never even understand that if your heart had never been broken.
Everybody needs to ask themselves that question. Where have you come from and where are you going? Where are you going? Because all of the hell that you come out of, the conflict, the adversity, the sickness, the drama, you survived, and a strength has been built in you. There is a resilience that has been developed in your life that you never would have been who you are had you not gone through that. That made you who you are now. Where have you come from and where are you going? The two are connected. I have never seen a strong person with an easy past. Where have you come from? Where have you come from and where are you going? Everybody
lives on the inside of you? Do you understand that the God of all creation lives on the inside of you? And not just so you can go do big exploits, and not so you can just go get married, not just those things. I mean, in the conversations that you're having. I'm talking about in the moments where you feel alone and you want to sink into your feelings and you say, God, I need some joy. In the moments where you feel like you about to crash out and everybody about to get it because you got your dukes up right now. You say, God, I need some peace. And you know I'm a fighter and I need some peace. There are so many moments where we negate this power that lives on the inside of us. This power that we have because of the God that we serve. And what I want to say to you today is the same thing Jesus said in Matthew 11. Do you want to live a different way? Do you want a different way to live where the triggers don't have to be as triggering? Do you know what kind of power lives on the inside of you?
Isn't asking you to have it all figured out. He's asking you to trust that he already has. The Lord says in the book of Isaiah that my thoughts are not your thoughts, and my ways are not your ways. As high as the heavens are above the earth, so are my thoughts higher than your thoughts, and my ways higher than your ways. See that thing that you're worried about? God already has it figured out. He's already gone ahead of you. He's already made a way for you. And you can rest your head against the pillow at night because he is good, he is sovereign, and he is always faithful to his children. So say, God, I'm lifting this up into your care. I'm laying this over into your hands, and I trust you with the result. And even if it goes contrary to what I had in mind, your thoughts are much better. Your ways are much higher, and I surrender the result into your care. In his heart, a man plans his ways, but the Lord always establishes his steps.
I've been through fire, still I've got a song. Trouble surrounds me, but my joy stays strong. You can't steal my joy, it's rooted deep inside. Even in the storm, I lift my hands high. You can't shake the world, but I still sing. My joy is unshaken, my heart still sings. Tears on my pillow, but praise in my breath. Even in sorrow, faith finds rest. Joy in the battle, joy in the night, joy when I stumble, still shining bright. You can't steal my joy, it's rooted deep inside. Even in the storm, I lift my hands high. You can shake the world, but I still sing. My joy is unshaken, my heart still sings. You can't steal my joy. It's rooted deep inside. Even in the storm, I lift my hand high. You can shake the world, but I still sing. My joy is unshaken, my heart still
Good morning, Grand Rising, and happy Wednesday. It is 11/12 of 2025. Hi, my family. How are you this morning? The snow is over. I don't know how many of you actually got snow. We did get snow. We got it the night before, and we got it yesterday morning, and it was very cold the day before yesterday. But yesterday, not so bad. I had to do some running around. So I was kind of happy. I was like, wow. And then I all of a sudden saw snow come down. I'm like going, oh, Christmas is here. This felt so good. Anyway, I like getting out of the house once in a while because you have to get out. Oh, how are you guys? I hope you are doing wonderful because things are beginning to happen finally. And we are going to go through that today. You did not get to see the Northern Lights? No, I didn't either. Oh, I didn't. I think this is the first year I didn't. But it's been so cold, I really haven't gone, except yesterday. I had a lot of running around to do because I was backed up with so much. Anyway, I hope you guys, and I pray you guys had a wonderful 2 days, because I know many things are being said, and many things might not be true, and many things might. And I have been watching, I have been listening, I have been writing into people, I have been calling people calling me. Busy. When I'm home, it's busy. I have so much going on, but that's okay. I have time for you because you have time with me. And I love you, each and every one of you. And we have happy days. Sometimes we have sad days, but mostly happy. So my voice is getting better, as they say. I don't cough as much. I do still have a sore throat, but that's okay. Right when I think it's going to go away, it comes back. So just deal with it, right? That's what we got to do. So, yes, I am taking everything I'm supposed to be that's not on the pharmaceutical market. So, I don't tell them that, but I don't. Anyway, there is a couple things I do have to take, but it's needed, and I know that. But let's get started. I think you're ready. I know, Brenda, I know. Need this poo show just to be over. Yes, 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 we do. And there is so many things being said. My head is spinning. I'm like, whoo, what? You ought to heard me yesterday. I was in the car and I had my phone going and I was listening. I was like, nope. Oh, well, that's okay. Anyway, let's stop the chat and let's go to prayer. Father, we come to you this morning. We thank you for waking us up, even though it's so dark out when we get up. But we know you're always with us. In the midst of all our troubles, you're right there in them. You cheer us up. You make us healthy. You put a smile on our face and we dance. And that's all we ask for. Peace, love, joy, and happiness. And laughter. Oh, laughter is so good for us. Sometimes people find it hard. They don't want to laugh. Don't hold back. Laugh. It's good for the soul. The endorphins go high. And we feel so good. When you want to feel low, you need to pick me up. So look up and say, Father, reach out to me and lift my hand. May our soul feel your spirit. May I always know that you're with me, because all we have to do is put our hand to our heart and listen to the vibration. We know you're there. Father, we thank you. And enough thank yous are not enough. Guide our path today as we go forward. May everyone listen to words that are being said, because the truth is coming out. But I hear a lot of them are passing by what the person has said. And instead of listening, they're angry. So stop being angry and listen. Father, we thank you for the ears to hear, the eyes to see. And may everyone here have a blessing. Whether it's tiny or big, may it be true that today, tomorrow, next week, next month, that all the blessings they need will come. As we venture this morning, we thank you and love you. And thank you for getting us together today, this morning. For it is such a beautiful family here, in a space to remember each other and to pray. In your name we ask everything in your name. Amen and amen. Hold on a minute. Sorry for the silence, guys, but I started coughing. Oh, that's the first time in a long time that just started to cough out of nowhere. But that's okay. I took a drink of water. So let's go on and let's do our meet and greets this morning. I miss you guys, so I want to say hello, and I would like to hear your hellos this morning. Hey, let's go. So we have Renee says, good morning, everybody. Good morning. My face says, good morning. Earl says, good morning, family. Miss Lynn and Ghost sending hearts. Good morning. Kenneth says, oh, talking to someone else. Cherry says, grand rising family, love, light, and blessings to all. Good morning. Candace says, bonjour family. I'm thankful for Lynn and Jim and this family who have helped our hands on this long journey. Thank you. Candace says, good morning, Lynn, Jim, and wonderful mods and family. Smiley face, prayers, love, pineapples, dancing. Let's go. I agree with all, Kenneth. Trisha says, good morning, everyone, from a dry South Texas. Pray for rain here in Texas, especially South Texas. Oh, Trisha, I got a video I want you to confirm for me. Grandma Beth says, good morning, everyone, from Northwest Ohio. Love and blessings to you all. Smile, dance, spread joy. Absolutely. Betty says, good morning, family. I'm on the road again, taking my husband up for blood work. I'll have to listen later. There you go. Jerry says, hey, everyone. Much respects and love from a very cold Dutchess County, upstate New York. Good morning, Jerry. Deb says, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Sherry says, good morning, Lynn and family. Praying for good results today. Thank you. Good results from what, honey? Mama Bear says, good morning. Good morning. Mary says, grand rising, Lynn, Ghost, Wickville family, and all mods. Blessings. Blessings, sweetheart. Trout King says, good morning, all, and happy hump day. Good morning, Trout King. Joshua says, good morning, Lynn, Ghost, mods, and family. Good morning. S. Jones says, grand rising, Lynn and Ghost, an amazing family. Peace and love. Peace and love is what we always want. I am Helena, says grand rising, Lynn, Ghost, wonderful mods, and beautiful family. Good morning. Fearless says, good morning, family. Good morning. John says, we can reach our goal in our life's journey to success. We need to look over our shoulders and thank the people who prayed, encouraged, and sacrificed to help our dreams come true. First, start with God. Amen, John. Amen. Leno says, good morning, Lynn, Ghost Mods, and all others. Good morning. Samantha says, good morning, Sunshine Lynn, Ghost and beautiful family. Healing, love, and prayers to everyone with that huge smile. Good morning. Tammy says, grand rising, Lynn, Ghost, Smiles, and beautiful family. Love to you all and blessings to everyone. Good morning, Tammy, and thank you, honey. Pamela says, please pray for my daughter and her friend. They were in an accident last night. The impact was on the passenger side where she was sitting. The other driver ran right into them. Ran the light while they were turning. Honey, how was she? S. Roberts says, good morning, family. Please pray for me. I'm going this morning into court for my divorce hearing. Oh, you definitely need prayers for that. I've been there, done that. Okay. Don't worry, God's got you. Are you in there to finalize the divorce, or you're in there for pre? Kathy says, good morning, everyone, with sunshine. Good morning. Garnetta says, Grand Rising family. Grand Rising. David says, good morning, Lynn, Team Lynn and family. Good morning, David. Good morning, Vi. Sunshine RV says, good morning, everyone. God bless us all. Is this ever going to happen? Yes, it is. Don't just get discouraged. Lee says, Grand Rising family, on my way to work. Good morning. Have a good day, honey. Teresa says, good morning, Lynn and family. Number 67, bright sunny morning. Not here. It is doom and gloom, but it's supposed to be a lot warmer. Oh my gosh, did you see the weather? I don't know what you guys are having. Okay, Trisha, you're in Texas. Yes or no? Did you get a lot of snow and expecting a whole lot more? Yesterday, we had freezing cold. The day before, I mean, it was really cold. We had, was it yesterday? It was snowing a little bit yesterday while I was out, but nothing happened. But the night before, there was ice, and then the snow came on top of it. Oh, it was hard to walk in. But now it's like 40 degrees, where it was like 29. I mean, the temperatures are going up now, not down. They're going up. Are we going to go in spring? I doubt it. I think the weather is going to get really bad. Ooh, who's serving coffee? Double Deuce says, Grand Rising, everyone. May your day be filled with love and many blessings. Good morning. Forever's good morning. Oh, I love it that you guys are praying for each other. That is so awesome. Brighter Day says, greetings, Lynn, Ghost, and everyone. Sending prayers and loves to you all. Thank you. We can use them. Tammy, you like those pineapples. Molly says, Grand Rising, everyone. May there be food in your cupboard, family at your table, and peace in your heart. Aw, thank you, Molly. That's wonderful. Look at those pineapples. I do have my pineapples setting up, by the way. Every one of them are all setting out. I'm ready. Trust me, I'm ready. I know, Molly. They are discussing UFOs, but that's not going to happen. You might see something fly through the sky, but no. No. I want to ask you, why would they do that? Why would they do that? Ian Zago says it's a new day and all kinds of possibilities. Blessings, rejoice, wherein I pray, love, smile, and in good hands. Absolutely. Viola says, good morning, Len and Jim. Prayers you continue to feel better. Love you guys. Oh, love you too, honey. And thank you for the prayers. Donald says, welcome to Wednesday morning. Beautiful blessings to all. Good morning. Melanie says, good morning, Lynn and all. I pray you're feeling better, Lynn. Have to watch replay. Have a blessed day. Okay, guys, go back and watch the other show. I got a lot of questions. The answers are in that show on Monday. Jamie says, good morning, Lynn and family. Happy hump day. Happy hump day. Ooh, chicken day. Debbie Deb says, hey, Lynn, Ghost, Mods, and Chat family. Such a blessing to be here with you. Thank you, Deb. I love you, honey. KP says, Grand Rising, everyone. Grand Rising. Kay says, good morning, my people. Good morning. Jane says, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Nope, it's Wednesday. Mary Ellen says, good morning to all. May God bless us all. Prayers for Lynn's recovery. Thank you, honey. Rumble, Grand Rising, everyone. Can you say a prayer for me and my family? Our mother passed yesterday. Oh, sweetheart. Did they change your name? Or do you change it? Or are you new here? I'm so sorry to hear that. My condolences. Guys says, good morning. Lynn, Jim, Moz, and Chad family. From Chile, South Carolina, wishing you all a fantastic week. Prayers, please. A family weekend coming up. Go share a hug and a smile. Love and hugs, Loretta and Randall. Good morning, Guy. Good morning, Miss Loretta. You need prayers for your family weekend? Peg says, Grand Rising, Lynn, Ghost, Mods, and family. Grand Rising. Nancy says, greetings from Washington State. Greetings, sweetheart. Martin says, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Mickey says, morning. I need everyone and especially Lynn and Ghost. Aw, thank you. Arlene says, good, beautiful morning, Lynn and everyone. Good morning. Teresa says, good morning, Lynn, and all listening. Wishing you all a blessed day. Thanks, Lynn, for all you do for everyone, and hope you feel better today. I know I want to feel better every day, but thank you, honey. Santa says, good morning, Burr, snowy and chilly. I know, right? Hey, but I'll take that 40 degrees. Donna for today says, grand and glorious rising to each and every one. Holy Spirit power, absolutely. Today I do. That's a blessing, isn't it? Evelyn says, good morning from Alaska. Hi, Lynn. Watch your email. Can someone put my email in the chat, please? You sound great. Thank you. I still have this thing going on in my throat. So if I do have to stop, like I just did, then it's unexpected things come out, either coughing or the soreness begins, but I'll be okay. Thank you, Ghost. You're welcome. 444 is on your screen. How'd you get 444? Oh, I see it. Never mind. Brenda says, Lynn? Oh, no, I won't do that. Yes, we will be here for the RV. Yes, yes, yes. We're not going anywhere. Not that I'm aware of. I pray I'm not. Kelly says, good morning, Lynn Ghost and Wickfield family. Sending love. Good morning. Linda says, grand rising from sunny Georgia. Mary says, good. Mary Beth says, good morning, Lynn and family. Good morning. Gloria says, good morning, Lynn Ghost and Patriots. Hope you have a wonderful day. You also. James says, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Oh, no, I got it. I'm going to play it, but you tell me, okay? Because I couldn't get it verified. Good morning, Virginia. Dave's not here. Says, hello, Lynn, Ghost, and everyone else aboard. Good morning. Amy Jo says, good morning, everyone. Pray you all have a great day. Amen. Callie Girl says, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Been there, done that, got that straight jacket. I didn't get a straight jacket. He might have. I didn't. Charlotte says, hello. Wolfie and I are here with coffee and blueberry scones, fresh from the oven. Oh, Charlotte, that sounds so wonderful. Hi, Wolfie. Oh, good morning. Sea Change says, good morning, family. Recondition your dancing shoes. Absolutely. Mine are already done. Somebody already sent me some. Samantha. She made some beautiful shoes. Wow. Small Cars says, my power company has been doing expensive tree trimming in preparations for icy conditions expected this year in Tennessee. Wow. See? Helena says 50s and low, 50s in the low in Palm Beach City. Wow. Vicky says, good morning, Lynn and family. Blessings and prayers to all. Please put me on the prayer list for liver testing to be negative. Absolutely. Beach Life says, Grand Rising, lovely Patriots. Grand Rising. Chuck says, Jesus take the world's electricity. What? Jesus take the world's electricity soon. To end wars, please. Get dry beans, rice, water, candles now. Eating flesh meat is shellfish. All meat will go bad. Many are calling for few chosen. Seek God with your heart. Absolutely. Rodney says, Grand Rising, happy hump day. Let's go. Let's go. Sheridan says, good morning. What a wonderful day to open our eyes again. Absolutely. Every day is. Sea change, good morning. 70s, the whisk this weekend. Crazy, but I love it. Wow. Gordy says, peace, love, and prayers to all of you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Gordy. Where have you been? Good morning, Molly. Kathleen says, good morning, Lynn. The love in this room is oozing. Oh, I know, isn't it? The Retta sisters coming up for Florida. Oh, that's awesome. Kat says, good morning. I just wanted to say thank you for all the prayers. Everyone has arrived home safely from my sister's memorial. Oh, that's awesome, honey. Prayers are wonderful. Kristen, I can't read that. All right, 7782 says, good morning, Grand Rising folks. Chilly 34 here in Little Rhodey. Good morning. And you're back using, no, my email is going to be the new one. No, I got rid of the one for Shars. I just went back and redid this as a clean wipe. So working projects is mine. It's replacing sassy2you@yahoo.com. They took Sassy to You out of the Yahoo. So that's why I had to switch it to something. So I decided to erase the things from Char's chat and just go ahead and clear it all out and use working projects. Ghost, can you put it down there for me, please? Angeline, this is Grand Rising family. Happy birthday and anniversary to those who are celebrating. Absolutely. I pray for anybody that takes shots. I really do. You do not know what's in them. And I don't know if they've been reversed. I don't know anything at all. Mary Catherine says, good morning, y'all. Good morning. Mago Girl says, good morning, family. I'm so excited for the blessings we're about to receive. Amen. Good morning, Ken. I know chemtrails are still going. All right, let's get started this morning. Let's see what we have. All right, so everything I got out was from this morning. Like this one, I got 27 minutes after it was done. So I want you to listen. Listening is going to be the key today. Hear certain words and some of these things from TikTok. Who's good? Who's bad? Who's the one that are working for the good and the ones that may possibly try to mislead you? All right. So I want to see if you got listening skills today. Let's see. My mic is open. I am going to be asking you questions on some of them.
Has done it again in 8 states now. You're going to see flags flying out front of the McDonald's that says now taking EBT. This is a new program that McDonald's and several other fast food chains that are failing because they're overpriced have convinced the individual states to allow a restaurant meal program. It's called an RMP. So now people that are living on government assistance and receiving EBT dollars can now go and spend those very precious dollars on overpriced crap for their family. I don't know about you guys, but I was under the impression that EBT SNAP programs, they were to try to bring a healthier option into the home. I do realize that a lot of young parents have to work, but do you really want to feed your family that crap? Jesus. McDonald's is
Well, that is true. I didn't know it until I opened up my email. That's a separate email that certain people are allowed to send. That is truth and not truth. That was truth. Why would they do that with McDonald's? Why would they do that with any of them? Think about it. Well, okay then. It's been approved. Ah, Mega Girl. But will it continue? Let me see her do also. I noticed the other thing. We don't care about Wendy's. There's a reason why they're allowing. Why? Think about it. All right, now this one I'm definitely going to have to explain to you. This one came out this morning. I even had to go and send it off, but they responded right back to me, which was the first time, and I can't tell you how long. Maybe I caught them at the right time. All right, breaking $5,000 to $8,000 stimulus check is officially coming. Get ready. Done this morning. Came out. I got it approved to see what they said. And let's see what he says.
That stimulus check that's coming, it's 100% real, guys. I said a few videos back that I didn't think that they were going to actually do it, send the money out. It looks like the stimulus check is real. A lot of people are going to be getting money. People don't really know 100% the exact dollar amount that they're going to receive, but it looks like the stimulus checks are coming. We don't know if it's going to be 5,000, 8,000, but let's just say we'll meet at the middle. It's going to be between $5,000 and $8,000. But you guys heard that. People hate when you hear good news and then hear that word, but. I'm one of those people. But just know that everything comes with the price. When you do start receiving your stimulus check, I think they're going to start sending out the first payments around March 1st, between March 1st and March 15th. Let's all remember, guys, it is still tax season. Be careful on how you spend your stimulus check when you get it. Don't be like some of these people at tax time. Breaking news.
Okay. Hey, Scooby-Doo. All right. 5,000 to 8,000. Where have you heard that before? Come on. It wasn't a stimulus check. That has nothing to do with the $2,000. This is totally separate. Doge. You're right, Doge. But if it is $5,000 to $8,000 stimulus check, it's not a stimulus check. But that's what they're going to bring it under. He's correct with the stimulus check. Everything you're going to be getting will be a stimulus check month after month after month, except Social Security. Not right now, but that name will also change because of the fraud that went on with the Social Security. So that will come under a different name. Yes, it is part of NESARA. Remember, NESARA GESARA is not going to be said. They're not going to go by that name. All these names that we thought they were going to be using, they will not use for the public. The names, I used to remember them, but I don't have a list yet. If you would see how I got files everywhere, but I know that they're not going to be using NESARA GESARA. It's going to be something else. Stimulus will be the checks that you get month after month after month. Now, down the road, can they stop and use another name? I wouldn't think why they would need to. I haven't, Mary, and we're not going to. Lynn, do you agree with March 1st getting our dividend check? The $2,000 one should come out before Thanksgiving or after and before Christmas, one of the two times, because Trump is still talking about them. So the stimulus check should hold you over on the $2,000, because remember, everyone in the household is getting $2,000. So that should hold you over until you start getting your payments in March. Now, I don't know if it's going to be $5,000 to $8,000 to everyone. I think it's going to be based in between or on. All right, now I'm going to explain this to some of you, but I want you to listen, because I told you the main party right now that has the truth coming out is TikTok. They got the players. Some of them I don't even know, that I had to go and ask who they were last week. So they gave me a list of who to follow. So I am doing that, because I'd rather hear the truth and go, oh, what? And then I have to go back and ask more questions to understand. So pay attention, because I'm learning some of this with you. Okay. But this one I do know. And I'm glad they're bringing it out. And remember, I told you that's going to come out in many forms. Why did they buy TikTok? Because I told you years ago, TikTok or Instagram is going to be one of the main. Facebook would never be. But TikTok or Instagram is going to be the main form of bringing out information, because they are together the highest watched, listened to, and platformed. Where Facebook is just by itself. Understand that? Oh, I agree. Rent is criminal for many people. All right, so let's listen. And then I'm going to talk to you about it. My mic is open.
RFK Jr. orders changes for organ donation network.
Now, this was done. He made the video yesterday morning.
Passed away when harvested. Good Lord. Now get this, amid reports that organ donors may be at risk for having their body parts
Remember, they're
harvested
all
while
actors.
still alive and kicking, the Trump administration has launched a sweeping reformation of the U.S. organ transplant system. Now, this move announced by the Health and Human Services Secretary RFK Jr. comes on the heels of an investigation by the department's Health Resources and Services Administration that revealed disturbing practices by a major organ procurement organization. Kennedy said, our findings show that hospitals allowed the organ procurement process to begin when patients showed signs of life. And Robert F. Kennedy. This is horrifying. The organ procurement organizations that coordinate access to transplants will be held accountable. The entire system must be fixed to ensure that every potential donor's life is treated with the sanctity it deserves. Agreed. Now, the administration directed the Organ Procurement and Transplantation Network, which links organ donation and transplantation professionals throughout the country, to reopen a case involving potentially preventable harm to a neurologically injured patient by the federally funded organ procurement organization serving Kentucky, Southwest Ohio, and part of West Virginia. They're just letting you go and taking your organs. Now, this comes after 36-year-old Kentuckian Anthony Thomas Hoover II's organs were pursued, even as he shook his head and drew up his knees to his chest. Terrifying. Now, there were some 48,000 organ transplants in 20.
Okay. All right. So let me tell you this. And if you don't already know it, you're going to find out about it. When these girls, women were going in for extending out these babies, which you know what I'm saying, and they told them, we got to do it before they're too long. You're too far along. So the girls, women would go in before the period came up that they could no longer do it. That was a lie. They lied to them, blatantly lied to them, and took their babies. When they said you couldn't get a heartbeat till 16 weeks, you get a heartbeat at 1 week. At 1 week, 5 days, not even a week, 5 days, you get a heartbeat. So the girls and the women, nobody knowing any different, they go in, which I never agreed with it, but you go in and you get it. Do you know what they do with those babies? Even though you think the babies are no longer alive. Oh, yes, they are. They clip the umbilical cord. It's about 2.5 inches long. They tie it off with a clamp. They put it in an incubator. They put air in its mouth. They shove something up its rear end, and they let it grow until it can be moved to another location. And that baby becomes healthy and be able to breathe on its own. And now you know the story. Harvesting of organs. When people say, oh, we got to put them on a respirator. So they're breathing on a respirator, costing you oodles of money. They had surgery. They didn't come out of it. They were put on a life-breathing machine. Nope. They already put them under as you had surgery. They don't come out of being asleep. Oh, we're sorry, but it didn't go well. But we do have them on the breathing machine. We have them on a respirator. We have them on this. We have them on that. They're brain dead. What? How can that be? So now they have to make a decision. And the family cries. They worry. They don't know what to do. They're upset. And they finally walk in and say, okay, doctor. And they take them off. And guess what? They tell them, I'm sorry. The machine stopped beating. And they cover them up. And the family walks out. Guess what? They're not dead. They kill them. They were killing them. And they were taking all of the good parts they could have. And they would sell them to the hospitals that were all involved in the corruption. So they were taking babies, anybody that had good functions of any part of their bodies inside. They weren't dying. They killed them. But oh, they thought you just had you grieving so bad that you lost them, your loved one. Now, this is the things you think that people can accept to come out and tell them when they have no idea that it's happening? It happens every single day, many times through the day and at night. They don't stop, but they have now. Because what I found out last week, a whole lot of people stepped in on these hospitals. And you know what? You go get your driver's license. And they said, would you like to be an organ donor? And you know how many young people say yes? And you know how many young people, percentage, accidentally wind up in the hospital. And they don't make it. And so they got permission to take their organs. Wow. We live in a crazy or just sickening world. We really do. Why weren't we paying attention? When I found out about this a few years ago, you don't even want to know. That's before I even got in here. When I read the article, I said, that can't be true. That just can't be true. And then there's where my research began. And that's when I started getting involved with all of this. And I said, holy cow, man, I was going down so many rabbit holes. It was a nightmare. How did we get there? Because we fell asleep. We thought, oh, hey, we got a good president in there. We'll be all right. And we didn't listen. We didn't care. And we just lived our lives as happy-go-lucky little people as we do. But we didn't pay attention. Do not ever comply to saying, yes, I would love to be an organ donor. Matter of fact, Trump's got an executive order that says something on that order that they can no longer do that. So that will be being stopped. Trusting criminals. Absolutely. Everything in this world has been manipulated, corrupted. You've got to understand. You might have lost family members through that. Be careful when you write that you want not to be a DNR. Do not resuscitate. Don't do that. And never allow them to take your organs. I agree. For right now, Angelina, I totally agree. Oh, Jamie. Yes, get a new license and remove the donation. Absolutely, Beach Life. Thank you. Absolutely. It's horrible. You're giving them permission. All this will be cleaned up, but it's going to take a while. Just like our food. It was supposed to be cleaned up. Now, I'm not going to say not some hasn't, because I've been noticing the things that I look for are no longer there. No one's selling it. I don't believe Nader, what Nader says, John. I don't. There are different packagings. I noticed that. And when I got put on cheaters. When I read some of the ingredients, I don't see anything bad in them. But some of the things are gone, totally gone. None of the stores are selling them. So they must have been bad. All right, my mic is open. I got to tell you something about this one.
Out of Ohio, Mike DeWine, another no vertebrae, no backbone Republican, so-called Republican governor.
This one right here.
Made the same move
it's
that
not, there it comes.
Republican governors of Arkansas and also Utah have made.
I think everybody's been wrong, Chris, so I'm not going to hold anything against anybody.
Gender reassignment surgeries for minors. Now, keep in mind, you cannot go and get a tattoo as a minor in most states until you're 18. You cannot run for office in most states till you're 18. You can't buy cigarettes or beer till you're 21 in most states.
Did you hear this?
If you're under 18, not
Wait,
yet.
Let me stop. Let's start this. I want you to hear this from the beginning. He's talking about Governor DeWine in Ohio. Now listen. Let me refresh it. Get it back to the beginning. Stop.
Did you see the news out of Ohio? Mike DeWine, another no vertebrae, no backbone Republican, so-called Republican governor, has made the same move that the Republican governors of Arkansas and also Utah have made. And he vetoed a bill that would have stopped so-called gender reassignment surgeries.
Guys, please pay attention.
Keep in mind, you cannot go and get a tattoo as a minor in most states until you're 18. You cannot run for office in most states till you're 18. You can't buy cigarettes or beer till you're 21 in most states. But if you're under 18, not yet legally an adult, you can go and have somebody perform surgery on you to make your body look different than it was before the surgery. And that, for some reason, by this so-called Republican governor, is A-OK. In his excuse, he said, these are very personal, very important decisions that we're going to leave up to parents. Well, let me ask you this, Mike. If a parent decided, I don't like my son. Did you see the news out of Ohio? Mike DeWine, another no vertebrae, no backbone Republican, so-called Republican governor, has made the same move that the Republican governors of Arkansas and also Utah have made. And he vetoed a bill that would have stopped so-called gender reassignment surgeries for minors. Now, keep in mind, you cannot go and get a tattoo as a minor in most states until you're 18.
Okay, I hope you guys got to listen to this whole thing. So, number one, Mike DeWine is no longer here. He has a step-in, fill-in, although they don't call it that, but that's what we know it's about, right? So why are they allowing this? Yes, Jim Tressel. No, he's not running Ohio. He's a replacement until he's like an interim. So no, he's not running Ohio. That Trump stopped what, Leno? All right.
You cannot run for office in most states till you're 18. You can't buy cigarettes or beer till you're 21 in most states. But if you're under 18, not yet legally an adult, you can go and have somebody perform surgery on you to make your body look different than it was before the surgery. And that, for some reason, by this so-called Republican governor, is A-OK. In his excuse, he said, these are very personal, very important decisions that we're going to leave up to parents. Well, let me ask you this, Mike. If a parent decided, I don't like my son, did you see the news out of...
All right. So why again are they got Mike DeWine back in the picture, which I haven't heard his name in a year or better. And then the children in Ohio and the other 2 states, are they children? At 18, you become adult. And that's the truth here in Ohio. At 18, you are an adult. But you cannot buy any kind of wine, beer, anything of that to the age of 21, which I disagree on. If you can go into the service and fight for the country, you're an adult at 18, you're an adult always. Do I want them to drink? No. But don't take the rights from somebody when the real law, actually, if you know the constitutional law about your age, it's even younger than that. And there is no law that pertains to any kind of alcohol. That was man that made these laws. Be careful. They're bringing in the old people that's not been here for a long time. DeWine, when so-called Trump had all the governors come to the White House, and only like 5 or 7 walked out, DeWine wasn't one of them. So how many governors do you think got arrested that day? And they didn't even know that was going to happen. They thought they were going for a White House dinner. Yeah, they were dinner, all right. Jeez. All right, so this is from Canada hitting Texas. This is the one I want confirmed. I can't get it confirmed. Now, I know Canada was having some snow, but I don't know about this about Texas. This was released this morning.
Worried for this storm, and so far, not too bad here in the DFW. But look what's coming from the 19th through the 25th. Those temperatures are in the negative. For some North Dallas, y'all gonna be cold. If you cold now, y'all gonna be colder in about 10 days. It's gonna be way worse. I guess good thing is we prepared for this storm and it hasn't been too bad. We'll see what tomorrow looks like. But it's not going away. It looks like we're gonna get multiple storms this winter here in Texas. And that one looks a lot scarier than the current one that's going on. So this is just for y'all to prepare and get ready, because it looks like we're going to get multiple ones, and that one's going to be worse. What do y'all think? We were
all right, so he's talking about Dallas, Fort Worth area. Are you guys having snow and freezing weather? Is that headed your way? Coming out of Canada? Well, did Canada even have it? But I mean, is it actually happening? Well, it was really cold here. Now, like I said, it's going up. It's not happening, Renee? Are you in that area? Trisha says, it's cold up in that area. Maybe one freezing one day, but no snow. Samantha says no. I know you're from Texas. Texas is warm. See? See how they put things out? Look how he's dressed. Brenda says, I'm just northwest of DWF. No, Dallas forecast 78. Oh, really? Listen to him. See, this is why you got to get things confirmed. Oh my gosh. Oh, no. Right temperature rate rising in Ohio. So many leaves still on the trees. Yep, absolutely, Belinda. Can you see this? Yes, Star, I see you. Cold in the mornings, but still no snow. Good. See, this is what I mean. You have to verify each one that they're talking about. That's why it takes me so long to do these. And this one, since it's popped up this morning, I couldn't say yes or no to it. Hi, David. Lynn, he is not saying it's right now. He says the next 10 days. Oh, that's right. He did say 10 days, didn't he? In the area is 57. Oh, so it's the next 10 days. Okay, gotcha. I was watching his head bob. Angelina says, I think we're still in the fall. Yeah, winter doesn't start till, is it November 20th or December? I don't know. Every calendar seems to be saying something else. I have a video that's got some very, very, very bad language going on through the whole thing, but he makes a great, great point. And I agree with them 100%. Do I like the language? No. Do you want to listen to it or no? December 21st? Okay. Good morning, my journey. Hey, Bailey girl. Are you sure? I mean, it's every other word. Winter solstice, December 21st. Yeah, November 22nd, the ISO goes into effect, yes. Okay. He does make a good point, and I did like what he had to say, but I didn't like the cussing. I mean, it is every other word. Be prepared. I'm going to close my mic.
Awakening American, you best buckle the fuck up because this shit show, it's just getting started and everything is about to come completely off the rails. Every institution built on greed, lies, and deceptions, they're all being exposed. From the churches to Israel, our government, APEC, these lying politicians. The Republican Party isn't seeing infighting. What the Republican Party is seeing is the voters waking up to the bullshit. And we're not buying lies. You can't lie to us anymore. In the old world, you bought influence. Your ideas were placed up by fucking money and greed. And they were because they owned the airwaves and they could only get out, they could push only the certain information they wanted. That's how they gained, that's how they held control. In this new world, authenticity and the truth is what purchases influence. And you can't fake that shit. You can't fake it. The truth is the truth is the truth, and we all know what it is. And I need Trump to fucking win. We all need Trump to win here, but he is about to be forced to fucking confront the Israel-America fucking thing. And America has already decided you have to meet the voters where they are. Trump won and became so popular because he met the people where they were. And where we are right now is fuck every foreign country, no more money for any of them. And he is going to have to come to that, or his legacy is going to be destroyed. And he will be known as the most bought and paid for president and the fucking cuck of Israel. And I don't think that's what he wants. And he has always followed the people. And we're already seeing hints of it. And he's going to have to there's going to be no beating around the bush. He's going to have to come out and say, I'm either for America or I'm for Israel. Those are the only two options there, dude. You're either going to have to cut Israel off and say, I'm for America and no more money for them, or you're going to play some bullshit and you're going to go down just like Ben Shapiro's gone down. You cannot lie to us anymore. We all know what the truth is. Candace isn't number one because she bought it. She earned it. She earned it by coming to the people with the truth. Tucker, Nick, and Candace aren't reshaping the Republican Party. The Republican Party was reshaped by the people that have woken up to the bullshit, and Candace, Tucker, and Nick are now the most popular with on the right side because they are speaking to the people where they are. We all know. We look around. The economy is shit, Trump. This 50-year mortgage, the worst idea I have ever heard, dude. If you take a 50-year mortgage out on a $500,000 house, you're going to pay over $1 million in interest. That is instant debt and slavery. Interest is debt, is slavery. It is imprisonment. That is how they keep you a slave and fuck you. The easiest way out of this matrix and to be able to say whatever the fuck you want, get the fuck out of debt. Get the fuck out of debt. People holding to no man, own your shit. When they say you will own nothing and be happy, fuck, most of you already own nothing. The bank owns everything most people have. Their house, their car, fucking people buying TVs on credit and shit, dude. That's the old world. And it's done. It's crumbling. It's about to fall apart. The housing market is crashing. That's why Trump did this 50-year mortgage shit. Like, you can't Band-Aid this shit together anymore. It's not going to fly. The people aren't having it. This whole system is falling apart because we now have access to the information at our fingertips, and truth and authenticity rules the day. And you can't fake that shit. You're either honest or you're a liar. Those are the two camps. And we all know what it is because we all have access to the facts. Get right with God, be honest, or be destroyed in this new world. I fucking love it. I'm loving the comment section on every fucking platform. These Zionist fucks out there just getting eaten for lunch, and they have no idea what they're doing. They can't understand it because they came from that old world. They don't understand this new world of authenticity and truth. And I fucking love it. I'm so proud of you, America. I'm so proud of you right now. Is this shit going to possibly just come apart? It seems fuck yeah, dude. But sometimes you have to burn something to the ground to rebuild something better. Sometimes things can't just be fixed or reformed. And I think I'm of the feeling that that's where this is all going. This whole structure, every institution that they have used to control and enslave us, it's all coming apart. Everybody's hip to it. So I wish you all luck. Prepare yourselves for some crazy ass shit. General Flynn says there's going to be massive terror attacks. As these greedy fucks lose their grip on power, they're going to move away from their lies, and they are going to attempt to scare and frighten us back into line. Massive terror attacks, false flags, who fucking knows? If you have questions, look to the unvaxxed. The unvaxxed smell bullshit a mile away. These are our new leaders. Trust those who know bullshit when they see it. Trust the unvaxxed. Good luck to you all. I hope you're all prepared. I fucking love it. I fucking love it. I fucking love it. This is a great time. Long live this beautiful republic. Welcome to the Great Awakening, America.
I may not appreciate the language, every other word, but he's spot on. He's absolutely spot on. Are they going to start trying more stuff with us? Yes. He absolutely. And also, he is connected, by the way, just to let you know. That's why I don't like to hear him. He doesn't always do that. I've heard him on some of the can't say anything, but he's usually very discreet. But when he did this, I was like, oh, but he's spot on, guys. He really is. I mean, he could have said it better, but not unless he took out that language. Lois, I know you like the word too. Okay, you guys didn't hear the 50-year. You have a 30-year and a 50-year now. But let me explain something to you. I did the numbers. So if you buy a house for, say, $600,000, and then you put down 10%, 20%, then you have your taxes, you have all that, and you go to 50-year. Okay, so let's say after everything is taken out, you put down your money, your 30 years becomes, say, $2,200 a month. When you do a 50-year, doing it the same way, exact same way, except you're doing it for 50 years, the end results on the 30-year, at 30 years, you've paid, I think if I'm correct with my numbers, it was like $667,000 or whatever, with the percentage rate, I think, of 6.5. At 50 years, a 6.5 percentage rate, at the same amount, everything's not changed, you'll pay $1.18 million. Do you really think people can? And at that same rate, your mortgage payment is only $100 less than the 30. That's not going to happen. Trump's never going to sign that. Matter of fact, when he brought it up, I went to look. There's nothing there. Hi, PTM. Beach Life, we're not at that part yet. It's coming. That's what they're building up right now. Remember, they got to have people make choices. Those sleeping people out there have to still make their choices because they don't know the truth about anything. Let me tell you something. Somebody that don't care and they think, oh, I'd rather have 50 years than 30, not even realizing that they're only going to pay $100 less than what they paid on the 30-year, but yet they're going to pay $1 million plus if you go 50. Whoa, come on, figure this out. Duh. People. I guess that's what makes the world go around. All right, who knows Benjamin Filford? Oh, when it comes to buying a house, I know numbers. Oh, it was on the news. It was on mainstream media. They were kind of like mocking it a little bit. Is he good? I mean, is his reports good? Yeah, if you double your payment every month. Yep. All right, let's listen to him. It might take a few minutes to get to the point that I want you to hear him, but I want you to hear this. I've never met him. I mean, I've heard of him, but I never met him. All right, he's coming up. Now, I got a marker there. I hope that's the right marker. All right, now I want you to pay attention because I don't really listen to him, but there is some truth in here.
Things will be coming to a head. And the other thing that's been on my radar is there was talk about Donald Trump meeting Russian President Vladimir Putin. And it's interesting that The Russian official TASS news agency.
Yeah, he did say it was based
says
in Japan.
The talks are still going to go ahead, while CNN and the Western media is reporting it's going to be canceled. And it's clear the Russians are aware there was a fake Trump and a real Trump, and that they're still going to go ahead and have talks with the real Trump. However, I've been told by U.S. military intelligence sources that
Nope.
there was a plan to some.
Okay, so I'm going to take this off for a minute. Let me put it back up there because I'm getting a shadow in it. All right, so where he says this, let me get back here. Okay, so there's certain things that nobody knows about. I don't care who you are, except one person that can tell you that you can say certain things. All right, so let's.
It's going to be canceled, and it's clear the Russians are aware there was a fake Trump and a real Trump, and that they're still going to go ahead and have talks with the real Trump. However, I've been told by U.S. military intelligence sources.
Stop right there. I've been told by the U.S. military intelligence sources. Do you know that can get you in jail? That verbiage right there, being public, can get you put in jail. I don't know if you remember Santa Surfing being gone for a while. When she would do her podcast, she would bring up a certain person's name that she was getting her intel from there. After about a week or two, no, it was about 2 months, she kept saying it, and they zapped her out. Well, I didn't know what was going on because I listened to her all the time. So I kept saying, what happened to Santa Surfing? Okay, so someone said, hey, Len, Santa Surfing's back. I said, oh, what happened to her? Don't know. So I went back and I listened to her. She was totally different. She was by herself. She didn't have any more guests or anything. I know you never see her, or you didn't used to. She no longer used those words. Her verbiage came totally different. And I thought, wow, why is she talking? And some things didn't even make sense. So I quit watching her. So about a month went by or so, and someone called me and says, hey, well, you know, that's not her name, but did you know that they picked her up? I said, why? They said, because she kept using certain person's name, and you're not allowed to do that. I go, okay. I knew who they were talking about. I said, what'd they do? Well, you know the rest of the story from there. And then she came back. So there's certain things you can't use. I don't care if they say they're censoring you, whatever. You cannot use them. So I'm beginning to wonder who this person is that he uses so freely. Let's listen.
Is that there was a plan to somehow
now this is true.
Vladimir Putin when he went to Hungary, even though the Hungarian government promised he won't be. So that's an unresolved issue. Again, we're dealing with very desperate, cornered rats, and they're going to pull out all the stops. But clearly, things are not going to be business as usual. I've also
part of the movie. There you go. No, that was Santa Surfing. It wasn't.
Demanding the arrest of Bill Gates.
No, it was a silence on that one. Arrest Bill Gates. Arrest Bill Gates. Yeah, okay. She's on Rumble.
The man is a mass murderer.
This was a couple years back.
He should be arrested, or whoever is, playing the role of Bill Gates. The point of being that we should not have some Bill Gates type character controlling that huge
yes, he's
medical poison industry, which is what the case is now. I mean, remember, he was the guy who financed the WHO. And
yeah, I don't remember him speaking like that.
Slave farm with their digital ID and with their, and have governments hand over all power to basically to him. And this is not going to happen. So that's all coming apart as well. And I've been in touch also with British intelligence.
See, this part right here concerns me because it's going here and here. He's also got it right here.
With new, healthier institutions that actually work for the people, that try to plan a better future, and try to make this a better planet. Again,
he does look odd.
Is U.S. military salaries may or may not bounce today. So that's something we're going to keep an eye on. But my message to the U.S. military and the White Hats is that if you want to get your paychecks, you're going to have to get off your asses and seize all the corporations that are controlled by State Street, Banking, Vanguard, and BlackRock. Take control of the transnational corporations away from the inbred.
Yeah,
Swiss,
I see it here. He could be wearing it all the way down to here.
Controls it, the pharaonic bloodlines who have been trying to turn this entire planet into a
I think it's
giant,
a mask.
Prison. This is not going to be allowed to continue. So again, things are going to be coming to a head between now and November 1st.
Because he is speaking the truth.
Provide more updates if I get information, but right now we're all waiting for the big meetings next week. And if it's the fake,
he knew about the meeting for next week.
Japan and to meet Xi Jinping, he'll return empty-handed. If it's the real Trump, he's going to have to agree to a jubilee and a complete revamp of the system. We don't want to continue the U.S. corporate government as it is. We don't want to have reality TV actors pretending to be our leader.
All right, did you hear that? All right, let me play this again. Okay, so let me see if I get that. Okay. Where did it? Oh, it moved it again.
Understand why, if the fakes exist in real time, why surrounding.
Okay, hold on.
They have something like 70,000 Japanese right wingers and Asian secret society types, and I'll know a lot more.
Okay, wait a minute.
We don't want to have reality TV actors pretending to be our leader.
Wait a minute.
Banking, Vanguard, and BlackRock.
Where was I at with this?
Is, playing the role of Bill Gates. The point of being that we should not have some Bill Gates type character controlling that huge
Bill Gates type character. See, he's telling the truth.
Which is what the case is now. I mean, remember, he's the guy who financed the WHO and their attempt to turn this planet into a giant slave farm with their digital ID and with their, and have governments hand over all power to basically to him. And this is not going to happen. So that's all coming apart as well. And I've been in touch also with British intelligence, and they're with us. They're on the program for the replacement of the BIS, the World Bank, the IMF, with new, healthier institutions.
That's true.
That actually work for the people, that try to plan a better future, and try to make this a better planet. Again, the other point is U.S. military salaries may or may not bounce today. So that's something we're going to keep an eye on. But my message to the U.S. military and the White Hats is that if you want to get your paychecks, you're going to have to get off your asses and seize all the corporations that are controlled by State Street, Banking, Vanguard, and BlackRock. Take control of the transnational corporations away from the inbred Swiss group that controls it, the pharaonic bloodlines who have been trying to turn this entire planet into a giant prison. This is not going to be allowed to continue. So again, things are going to be coming to a head between now and November 1st. I'll probably provide more updates if I get information, but right now we're all waiting for the big meetings next week. And if it's the fake Trump who shows up in Japan and to meet Xi Jinping,
fake Trump,
he'll return empty-handed. if it's the real Trump, he's going to have to agree to a jubilee and a complete revamp of the system. We don't want to continue the U.S. corporate government as it is. We don't want to have reality TV actors pretending to be our leaders while the true powers stay in the shadows. This is not going to be allowed anymore. And the other thing is, we're not going to let them start any more wars so they can harvest children for adrenochrome, enslaved women, and for the organ trade, all that kind of stuff. They're quite desperate now because these people do require human sacrifice to get the energy they need to keep their systems going. And with the war in the Ukraine basically over and the slaughter in Gaza being strongly curtailed, they're trying very hard now to start a new sort of war in Venezuela. But again, that's not going to work. This planet has a satanic infestation. There can be no doubt about it. And a lot of the Western leaders are basically blackmailed by these Satanists. They have to be removed. So, again, it's going to be a crucial time. I have some meetings scheduled with Japanese right wingers and Asian secret society types, and I'll know a lot more after these meetings. But there is a general consensus that enough is enough, and we have to bring things to a head finally. So again, nothing's happening yet, but it's all about to happen, and it's going to be big. Okay, well, that's what I have to say for myself today. Now I'd like to answer questions.
Okay. Yeah, he's reading from it. I saw that. But he is telling the truth. Okay, the next part was question and answers from his chat, but I didn't want to do those. I'm going to put this down in Telegram. I think you guys need to finish listening. And if you didn't catch some of the things he said, go back and re-listen. There's several of them you need to re-listen because you guys were all chatting. And there were some main points in these that you didn't hear. Do you see anything on everything I'm showing you? Things are lining up. Everybody keeps saying that, but they're saying it in a different way, each and every one of them. But it all means the same thing. Things are lining up to happen before the end of the year. And it could be many, it could be 2 or 3. I don't know, but they are lining up. Everything's saying November 1st. I'm not rooting for November 1st. I think you're going to look at more end of November. Oh, yeah, he's talking because this is an older video. But everything he's saying is the truth. So I was wondering who he was because I saw those indentations. And I said, is he wearing a mask? This is where I bring it to you when I can't get it verified because they just brought it back out yesterday or last night. So that's why I want you to go and listen to it. You guys are smart enough now. You've learned a lot. You know a lot. And I'm proud of you. So you're able to listen to be able to say, ooh, hey, that's what I need hearing, Lynn. Numbers. That's right, forever. Right. I know. I saw him never look like that before. At least I didn't think he did. But when I saw those indentations and they're on the exact same side, nobody has the exact same side. And his mouth really never worked on the one side. You know what? I think sometimes I'm way too awake. Ghost is starting to say, really? You noticed that thing? Yes. All right. There's a reason why I want you to listen to this. No, maybe not. Maybe I'd better wait on that one. Let's not do that one. I know, I got to think about it. Just not. I think I had some better. All right. So this one, my mic is open. I want you to listen. I am going to read something to you, and then you're going to listen. I do right now. I feel good right now, and my throat is scratchy, but it's okay. Thank you. I don't know, Donna. I don't know. Okay, so Fetch 17 says, do y'all realize what Trump just accomplished through the shutdown? Do you? Did you miss this one? Trump, we are closing Democrat programs that we couldn't have done without the shutdown. Permanent closures, permanent reductions, illegals gone from SNAP, and illegals gone from Medicare, and more. I was looking for the and more. I see a few things, but not enough to where I want to bring them up. So as soon as he gets done putting the and more in there, I'll bring them up and show you. Now, this is what he says.
Can I put it in plain words for you?
Oh, no. Come here. Play.
Can I put it in plain words for you?
That's him talking.
You're a smart guy, so you all understand, but a lot of people don't.
There he is.
Democrats are getting killed on the shutdown because we're closing up programs that are Democrat programs that we were opposed to. So we're being, and they're
This
never
was
gonna come
done
back
Friday.
in many cases. So we're being able to do things that we were unable to do before. So we're closing up programs that are Democrat programs that we wanted to close up or that we never wanted to happen. And now we're closing them up.
That's right.
And
I
we're not
said
gonna
it's
let
an
them come
older
back.
video, but it's still
The
November.
Democrats are getting killed. And we're going to have a list of
But he
them
was
on
telling the
Friday,
truth.
closing up some of the most egregious socialist, semi-communist, probably not full communist, we're saving that for New York, but semi-communist programs. And we're closing them up. We're not closing up Republican programs because we think they work. So the Democrats are getting killed, but they're not telling the people about that. I say it, nobody, well, I haven't said it probably as bluntly as I just said it, but so we are closing up Democrat programs that we think that we disagree with, and they're never going to open again. Honestly, can I put it in plain words for you? And you're a smart guy, so you all understand, but a lot of people don't. The Democrats are getting killed in the shutdown because we're closing up programs.
So you heard it straight from the horse's mouth. But there's a whole lot more that he did. See, that's what I'm saying. When it's look here, not there. And will that come back as a true Congress? No. It will come back in as a republic. Yes, it's a good thing. Oh, here's the 30-year mortgage. Oh, yeah. I saw somebody did this. After I did the work and I submitted it to TikTok, somebody stole it. Oh, that's not unusual. I don't know who the guy is, but I said, thank you for a great job. All right, it's coming up. He did exactly as I did it, but he used the whiteboard.
Year mortgages. That's like a real thing that they're going to launch here very, very soon. Trump just announced it, and I want to break down a 30-year mortgage for you and a 50-year mortgage for you because both of them have very high interest on the amount you pay. And would you even save any money with the 50-year mortgage, or is it just significantly worse? I'm going to break it down for you. All right, I got them both right here. I'm going to do a 6% rate. You guys can argue about rates.
Oh, he changed it. Okay.
Just to make it even across the board.
So he's put it at $500,000.
$500,000 down payment, about 20% down, right? $100,000 mortgage. The amount you're actually financing is $400,000. Payment, $2,400 a month. That does not include taxes and insurance. That's going to vary by state. Okay. Interest, you're going to pay $463,000 in interest over a 30-year loan. I think most people don't know that. but maybe a lot do. Total cost, $963,000. You take the actual initial price plus the amount of interest that you paid. That's not including taxes and insurance. $963,000 is the 50-year worth doing. Okay, I got them side by side.
Oh my God, you paid double just on the
$500,000
30-year.
price, $100,000 down, $400,000 mortgage, $2,100 payment.
Look here.
$2,400 to
$300 here difference.
But how much in interest do you pay? $863,000 versus $463,000, meaning the total cost for this home, you take $863 plus $500,000 is $1.36 million. The 30-year and 50-year mortgage, the American dream. 50-year mortgages. That's like a real thing that they.
Now this is a real thing Trump's talking about, but there's a reason why. Whenever Trump talks about something and it's totally off the charts, there's a reason. Okay, I don't know if you guys heard about this. I heard about it right away. So I did call a few people who are in the lending process, and I know they would have the truth. As soon as I hear something and I know somebody, I call instantly to find out if it's truth or not. Just like when I bring to you, I don't know the truth or not, so I bring it to you. All right, so I want you to listen to this one. Fannie Mae removes minimum credit score replacements from DU. Okay, now listen.
It used to be 620. Now desktop underwriting is saying, hey, we don't need to know what your credit score is. A couple things on that you want to pay attention to if you're an investor. Give it about 5 years, save up a bunch of money. There's going to be a lot of homes in foreclosure that you can buy. Loan officers, you're going to make some money on this one. If you remember, this didn't go very well about 2 decades ago. So why are we trying it again? Oh, I know why. Because the real estate market is the worst real estate market we've had in over 3 decades. Since they won't drop the rate, why not get rid of credit score? Who cares, right? Next thing you know, we're going to have stated income. It's going to rewrite this whole thing over again. Oh boy, the market.
Brenda, bingo. Trump wants people out of the renting business and into home ownership. All right. So I called the mortgage company that I knew. I personally know her. And I says, and even I got it before I got him out. She goes, yes. I go, how do you know I'm going to ask you? She says, because I know you already know. Anytime you call me about something, I know if you have a question, you know it's true. I said, no, I was calling you to ask you if it was true. She goes, yes. She goes, it's already in effect. She goes, but they're doing it a little bit different. And I said, what do you mean? She said, it's not that you can just go and everybody get a loan. She goes, it's based on no more credit scores, but it's a factoring of how much you make, what your debt to ratio is. Are you capable of paying it? What your other loans are? But there are no more credit scores. So and also that's not true because I have people that bought homes that had less than 520 credit scores because their debt to ratio was good. But that's a rare case. Now, you don't have a credit score. They're going to be looking at the debt to ratio, how much you make. Remember, it's provable income. The credit scores were always the ones that were in control. Nothing else. Oh, they would tell you it was, but no. Once they saw your credit score, they would jack you up to where you would say, nope, can't afford it. Or they would say, oh, I'm sorry, but we can't approve you. Why? Another one that had you in chains. These banks had you in chains in more than one way you know of. Now, you want to buy a house? Buy it now. Because remember, not only when the soft landing of a crash happens, the debt relief is also going to pay that house off, whichever comes first. If you buy it now, you're not going to lose your home. It's a possibility of losing your home if you can't make the payments before the debt relief comes. Understand? Refinance it. Who said that? Viola, refinance it. You can put 10% down. It's depending on what you want on your payment and how much equity you have going to have in your new home. Okay, the next one gives such a great explanation. Okay, thank you, Ghost. Don't get shell-shocked when you go looking for a house, because inflation has went way up there. All right, please, please, please listen to this. This is such a good explanation.
You see, that's space. There's no such thing as Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, all those planets that they invented. There's no such thing as that. Everything is in there, in the water. When you go higher and higher, that's water. That's water. The ocean is God's mirror. What do you see? When you look at the ocean, what reflection do you see? The sky, which is water. Remember, we live in a firmament, a dome. Water's above us, we're right in the middle, and water's beneath us. All the aliens that we've been talking about, they're not coming through space. They're coming through Antarctica. See, Antarctica is a portal. And the ocean, that's also a portal. The moon is right over there, right? And then the sun is right over here. We live in a simulation. You're trapped in a firmament, or should I say a prison. You can still have heaven on earth, but with everything society's giving you, fast food, your water, social media, everything is meant for you to be distracted. Nothing is meant for you to get out of here. Nothing is meant for you to open your eyes and see the truth. And for those of you who wants to know more, you want to deepen your knowledge, understand what the matrix is, what's your purpose on this planet, click the link in bio or DM learn, and I'll see you guys on the other side.
That was explained absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. We were never supposed to live the way we're living. Never. No generation was ever supposed to be living this way. The earth is beautiful. And the waters do mirror the sky. When you fly in a plane, you look down at the water, what do you see? Sometimes you can see the wings reflection. Oh, that was awesome. I was glad I found that one. That was so peaceful. All All right, this is going to be our last one, but I want you to hear this. He was in David Strait's class, and he was being taught several things, but he did learn something, and I thought this was awesome. I want to share it with you because you're going to need this one day, and I will post most of these that are really good in Telegram, but I want you to listen because he does this extremely well, and I could hear David Strait in him. So listen, please stop the chat. I'm going to close my mic.
Filed my paperwork for you on Friday, and the clerk illegally denied it. I went again this morning and filed my paperwork again for you. The clerk again illegally denied it, even though I gave her a notice telling her it's a felony for her not to accept my paperwork. And actually, it's in law, it's considered filed when I gave it to her. Okay. So there. What do you want to do today, sir? Well, Your Honor, I mean, I'm going to have to ask a few questions first, which first of all is I need to understand the nature and the cause of the charges against me, as well as I need to know, is this civil jurisdiction or criminal jurisdiction?
Okay, it's criminal jurisdiction.
Criminal.
It's traffic infraction court, so no possibility of going to jail on any of this. You've settled one of your counts. You just approved a correction on August 26, 2022, or Ryan Michael Thor did. Are you saying that's not you?
Ryan Thor is the living man. Ryan Michael Thor is the defendant in error. It's the artificial person. So thank you, Your Honor. Let the record of the court show that the action against me is criminal. And now I have another question, because the Constitution grants us two different criminal jurisdictions, okay? One criminal jurisdiction is under the common law, and the other is under the criminal jurisdiction of admiralty or military tribunal venue from Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17 of the Constitution. Well, I need to know which of these two jurisdictions that you intend to try me. It's very important because they're done different ways. The rules of civil procedure are very different in a criminal jurisdiction, obviously for common law, and a military.
No. So we just need to show, were you able to cure your license with the DMV, or you don't know?
Your Honor, I need to get these other questions answered. I need to know what the jurisdiction is, and I need to know also who the injured party is. You know, the nature and cause of this. I need to know who the injured party is. I need to know who's bringing the claim.
How about, okay, the state is. So here's the deal. Do you want to have a trial date? I can give you many trial different dates, and you come in and you can ask all the questions, and they have to prove the charges against you. So.
Thank you, Your Honor, but I don't think you'd be violating your oath of office by doing your duty under the Constitution. Okay,
Mr. Thor, I'm gonna have to come back to your case because I have all these other cases, and I'll take all the time in the world to do because you see you Adam today.
You know, Your Honor, I just motioned for a dismissal because if this is a criminal jurisdiction, as you're claiming, I need to see a verified complaint, and I need from the injured party, and I have to have an opportunity to face my accuser, as you mentioned at the beginning of this entire hearing. So who is the injured party? That's the question. Who's the injured party? Why am I here? I don't understand why I'm here.
You paid $440.32. All right, so what else? So he just has count one and count two, and you should prove the crime, right? All right, to cover court costs. Okay?
So,
No charges are pending against you. They've been dismissed. Interest of justice.
so I'm letting the record show that the defendant, Ryan Michael Thor, with case CMZ 606406, all charges are dismissed. Is that correct?
And whatever fees were paid are going towards court costs. Okay?
Well, those fees are bail and they should be returned after dismissal.
Okay. You know what? I don't have a problem with returning your fees. I know.
Thank you.
Wait. All right. Have a good day, Mr. Thor.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate your time.
You're very welcome. Next case, Matthew Martinez, CMZ 30058. Mr. Martinez, good morning, sir. Thank you for being patient. I know you're at the end of the calendar. Mr. You have, did you have an address change? Because the money comes back to whatever address you put in whoever the person was. So.
The address is proper.
Perfect.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Matthew Martinez, CMZ 30058.
He was awesome. I was talking and I was on mute. I apologize. He was so good. I could hear David straight in his classes talking like that. He learned so much because, we've been living under unconstitutional law for so long, even though the judges say that, like he said. No, we have not. You know that. You need to learn if something happens, how do you walk into court, what paperwork's to show, how to file. I don't know who shows them anymore or how that you can learn them. But I think if you go on YouTube, there are certain classes that will show you if you go like to court for something as far as a ticket or child support. There's a couple other ones. So go look them up because you need to learn your constitutional law. It's very important because right now we're still doing in the matrix. So if something happens, you know your rights and stay with the constitutional rights. Eventually, everything will go the way it should be. And it's a slow process, so make sure you learn, okay? Well, it's been a great morning. I hope you guys learned something and you enjoyed it. You had good company. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of research that goes through this. And if I don't know something, I bring it to you and say, hey, could you guys tell me? Because I can't get it confirmed. But you guys have been around. You guys help me out. And I thank you for that. Oh, I can breathe. Brandon Joe Williams. Well, I hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure everybody gets to watch them. I mean, tell them to come over here and watch them. Don't share a link. Just send them over here to watch them. Because they need to be informed. I know they think they know everything because I hear them. But guys, you got to learn. You don't know anything until you learn. And it's a hard process sometimes. But that being said,
There's a thunder rolling deep inside, like a river that won't be denied. When I call on the name of the Holy One, chains fall down and fear is gone. Tears may come in the dead of night, but I feel a blaze in the morning light. I got fire, fire in my bones. Holy Ghost power won't leave me alone. Shouting loud, I've been made whole, saved by grace deep in my soul. Can't hold back, I've been reborn, dancing through every midnight storm. There's a song the angels know, born from ashes, now I glow. Broke the curse, I walk in truth. My soul ignites with living proof. No devil gonna steal my joy. I'm God's daughter, not a toy. I got fire, fire in my bones. Holy Ghost power won't leave me alone. Shouting loud, I've been made whole, saved by grace deep in my soul. Can't hold back, I've been reborn, dancing through every midnight storm. Ooh, it's a holy heat, sanctified and spirit sweet. I'll burn right through trial and test. In His fire I find my rest. Ooh, it's a holy heat, sanctified and spirit sweet. I'll burn right through trial and test. In His fire I find my rest. I got fire in my bones. Holy Ghost power won't leave me alone. Shouting loud, I've been made whole, saved by grace deep in my soul. Can't hold back, I've been reborn, dancing through every midnight storm.
Guys, hang on one second. I got a call coming in. Okay, sorry about that, guys, but I had to take the call. It was an important call. Nothing about what's going on, just something I know I had to grab because they tried to get a hold of me 3 times already. So I figured I'd grab it because something must have been wrong. I will take care of it. I always take care of things. So anyway, go out, enjoy your day. I know the weather in most places is climbing higher. The snow is gone or not coming. Let's not pay attention to the weather anymore, not unless it's actually truly happening. But go out, have fun, enjoy yourself, and know that God's always with you. And that whatever you want, it will come true. Just wait. I know it's hard to do, but just wait, because it's coming. Have a beautiful day. We'll see you back on Friday morning. Pray that God's allowing me. In His name, may we all have a beautiful next day. We'll see you Friday morning. I almost said tomorrow. And remember, Ghost and I love you very, very much. And thank you for being our family. God bless. Bye-bye.